My favorite place in the world is probably Anderson and Girls Orchard in Stanton, Michigan. I've been going there since I've been old enough to remember, and the petting zoo never fails to bring out my inner 5-year-old. The sight of the big red barn never fails to get me excited, and I'm always really quick to rob my mom of any quarters she has so that I can feed the animals. I have many memories there, like feeding the animals and also not feeding the animals when my mom went without me last Sunday. Anderson's is an apple orchard and petting zoo. There's a store and an ice cream shop near the parking lot. My mom and I never miss an opportunity to go in the store and check out the merchandise like fresh baked goods, freshly picked apples, and regular tourist crap like stuffed animals and sweatshirts. Past the store is the petting zoo, probably my favorite part of the whole experience. When you walk through the gate to see the animals, the first thing you will most likely see is the large goat enclosure with ramps and platforms 8 feet in the air for them to hang out on. You can get food for them for 25 cents and either feed them by hand or put it in a cup and use a pulley to dump it on the ramp. If you go in the spring, you're likely to see the adorable baby goats, but no matter what time of year it is, my family usually spends most of their time with the goats because they're friendly and my mom loves to pet them. When standing at any attraction, you have to watch out for the peacocks and chickens that run loose a good 98% of the time. If you have no experience with these two animals, you might think that's pretty cool, but I've had more experience with chickens than Colonel Sanders, so I stay away from the stupid birds. Thankfully, there aren't too many of them, so I can manage to run away from them or make my mom chase them off for me. To the far left of the goats, there are small enclosures containing prairie dogs, a skunk, weird bunny things, a porcupine, and dingoes. The dingoes are adorable and look a lot like dogs, and you're really not supposed to pet them, but if I lose my hand petting a wild dog, I'm honestly fine with it. The skunk, porcupine, and weird bunny things aren't very fun because they just kind of sit in their enclosures looking like they want to spontaneously combust, but sometimes the prairie dogs can be entertaining when you throw food in there. They have their own little Hunger Games. On the other side of the dingo enclosure, there are 2 large pens connecting to a barn that has mini kangaroos and tiny little deer. They're only like about 1 or 2 feet tall. I've never been cool enough to pet one of the kangaroos, but the deer are really nice and soft, and you can feed them grass through the fence. If I could get away with it, I'd probably steal one. However, my favorite attraction is the huge fish pond. It's been my favorite since I've been about 6, and there are about 300 goldfish. They're really big. They're about as long as my forearm, and I'm pretty sure I remember them being smaller when I was a kid, but I just came to the conclusion that they've been fed steroids like most of the incoming freshmen. We took my little sister to Anderson's this summer before her first birthday, and my stepdad had to make sure that she didn't fall in the fish pond because she was so excited. She didn't really know what they were, but it's okay. You can just watch all the fish rush to the surface to get the food, and it's my favorite. I wish I knew what my little sister did last Sunday when they went, but I wasn't there, so that broke my heart. Anderson's is home to many memories for me, like on October 8, 2017, when my mom, stepdad, and little sister went without me. I may never get over the heartbreak of not being invited to a place that my mother and I used to go to before she even knew my stepdad or had my little sister. But the only thing that soothes my aching heart is the knowledge that I have a driver's license and I can take myself, even if it's not going to be the same as going with my family. I wish I could have seen the animals, like the goats and the dingoes, and I wish I could have helped my sister Bean feed the fish. I only hope that one day I can move past the heartbreak and rejection, and I look forward to making more memories there with and without my shady family.